The beauty in being made in God's image is the more that you get to know how God thinks and how he operates, things about yourself start to make sense. I remember a couple of years ago, shortly before I gave my life to Christ, this was around late 2021, early 2022, I would have certain problems with myself. Like, I feel like I had anger issues, or I was always the kind of person that people would make me feel like I was tripping off of the principle of stuff. And once I got a relationship with Christ and I was purified and removed from the things that were causing me to have such trauma responses, I realized that some things never left, such as some of those same principles of morality. And I would always be like, man, y'all just don't get it. Y'all just don't get it. But fact of the matter is, when it all boils down and I got into my word, I realized people don't understand God. And it's not calling myself God by any means, right? But it's the fact that the spirit of the true and living God is inside of me that causes me to feel certain ways. But I just didn't realize how much in his image I was made until I started reading the Bible. I'll give you an example. I am the kind of person who feels like if I would do anything for you, you should be willing to do anything for me. And my biggest problem in life was not that I shouldn't be that way. But the problem was I was allowing people who weren't that way to put me in a state where I was being that way for them. Too close for comfort, right? Some people have to be put at a manageable distance to love them. It's not about not loving them. It's about keeping them far enough away, right? Not too close for them to stab you in the back. But you're not pushing them so far away that the love isn't there. Some people are closer than others. But anywho, to finish up my example, I would be upset because I feel like I always love people more than they love me. Well, all of a sudden, I get to reading Philippians chapter 2, and Paul says in all things to count others as more significant than yourself. And then I realize, oh, that's a godly principle. That's actually exactly what Jesus did on the cross. He said there's no greater love than to lay one's life down for his friends. The problem is not laying your life down for your friends. The problem is the friends that you lay your life down wouldn't lay their life down for you. It has nothing to do with you needing to change who you are. God is going to cultivate you into more of what you're supposed to be. But he's not going to change the core values that he's placed on the inside of you. He's just going to cultivate those things into a way that reflects his love with no impurities in it. Then what's going to happen is he's going to place people around you that can reciprocate. But we stun our growth sometimes because we would rather the people who are not willing to reciprocate be the ones who reciprocate than for God to place new people in our lives who can just simply return the favor. Don't be afraid of change. Change is not bad. Change is actually an indication of growth. Something grew, right? Even if it's negative. If you change in a bad way, that means a bad habit grew. If you change in a good way, that means good habits grew. Change is inevitable. And I'll leave you with this as it relates to change. My track coach used to tell me this Indian parable, right, of the good dog and the bad dog. And he says everybody has a good dog and a bad dog inside of them. But do you know which one is going to win the fight? And I said, I don't know. They're both dogs, right? They're the same size. He said, yeah. And I said, I don't know. He said, the one that you feed more. Feed yourself negativity. The negativity in your life will win. Feed yourself positivity. The positivity is going to win. Very simple solution. Not always that easy to act out. Every decision you make in your life should be intentional. If people want to call you overly religious, over spiritual because you calculate your moves every time you make them, that's their problem. But watch you succeed. God bless you. I hope this is helpful. This is literally just me sitting on my floor talking. But hey, God told me to do it. I guess I got to do it, right? Y'all have a good day.